Today I'm going to be showing you the best settings in Rocket League for max FPS, the best quality, and the overall best pro settings that pros are using in Rocket League for game settings. This is a no BS tutorial, so let's get right into it. So on the gameplay tab, the only thing that needs to be changed from the defaults is you can hit show competitive divisions turned on. This will help you track your rank progress better. You can also set force default team colors on. This can help remove distracting custom club colors for a cleaner competitive look. And for game stat display level, you can do main stats only, which helps reduce clutter. Moving on to the camera settings, you're going to want to make sure you turn your camera shake off. It's very important that you do this. You're going to turn your field of view to 110. This gives you the widest useful view of the field. This is almost universally used by all pros. Your distance can be anywhere between 260 and 270. It's recommended that you use 270. This balances field awareness with car control. The height, you should do 90 or 100. It's recommended that you do 90. Lower height gives better control feeling. Now angle, if you have 90 height, you're going to want to use -5 or -4 angle. If you have 100 height, you're going to want to use -3 angle. Stiffness, you're going to want to keep around 35, somewhere between 30 and 60. Lower stiffness allows smoother camera movement and better tracking at speed. Swivel speed you can set to 7. This gives a balance between fast camera movement and control. And then transition speed you can set anywhere between 1.2 and 1.8. This is faster transitions, help gather information quicker while still feeling smooth. Over controller controls, you got steering sensitivity 1.58. Now you can do anywhere between 1.3 and 1.6 for most controllers. Gives consistent control without being too twitchy. Controller dead zone, you're going to want to set between 0.05 and 0.07. It's recommended that you do 0.07. This balances responsiveness and precision. Dodge dead zone, you want to do 0.6 to 0.8. Recommended that you do 0.8. This prevents accidental flips while keeping intentional ones consistent. Now I'm not going to go over keybindings because many people use different keybinds. I would just suggest doing things that make your life easier. For instance, you can put boost on R1 if needed. It makes it easier to press boost and jump simultaneously. I'm not going to go over controller binds, but basically go with whatever feels best for you on your controller. As for mouse sensitivity, if you're using mouse and keyboard, down here you're just going to want to mess with the mouse sensitivity. Yours is going to be different depending on your DPI of your mouse, so it might not look like mine looks right here, and I don't use a mouse for Rocket League. So if you're using mouse and keyboard, I would suggest just tweaking this number until it finds something that works best for you. Now going to interface, you can set the interface scale to max. This improves the visibility of all UI. You can take the nameplate scale and set it up to 200%. People will do 100, but I recommend 200. Larger nameplates can help track opponents better. Going down, you're going to want to make sure you hit ball arrow. This enables an on-screen arrow above your car that always points to the ball. This gives you good extra awareness when the ball cam is off. Now ball cam indicator, this is optional. You could put this on, but you can leave it off. It's not needed if you're already aware. Now going to settings, you're going to use 1920 by 1080, just match your monitor. So if you're 1440p, you can use 1440p resolution, etc. Display mode, you can use full screen for the best performance or borderless for better multitasking. You really won't see much of an effect when it goes to switching to borderless, so I would just suggest using borderless. VSync, you're always going to turn off to make sure that there's no input delay. Now to keep the game visually clear, you're going to turn the anti-aliasing off, and you can turn render quality to high quality. Render detail, you're going to hit custom, and then frames per second, you're going to hit whatever one is recommended, which is going to typically be 1 FPS below your refresh rate of your monitor. My refresh rate of my monitor is 240, so the recommended is 239. I'm just going to hit the recommended frames per second that shows in this drop down for myself. For you, it might be 119. Now in the advanced settings, you're going to want to go mainly for the highest FPS. And then there's two options here that you can add, but you don't need to add them, and I'll explain. So texture detail, you're going to want to set to high performance. World detail, you're going to want to set to performance. Particle detail, you're going to want to set to performance. And then effect intensity, you're going to want to set this to default. Now you can take off all of these other checkboxes, but I would suggest turning on high quality shaders and dynamic shadows. High quality shaders will make the game look better. Dynamic shadows also can be helpful. Now, for instance, like with the shadows, you can see the ball in the air as it's going with the shadow on the ground, so that can be useful in some ways, but other than that, nothing else is very useful. It'll only create visual clutter. So these right here are the best visual settings for the most FPS while maintaining the best quality of game. Now go to your audio. You can make sure that you turn all music all the way down, turn off your voice chat, turn off ambient, turn off crowd. All these things are going to distract you. That's really it for audio settings. Going to chat settings, settings, really nothing that you're going to be adjusting here. You can adjust this to your own liking if you want something specifically changed on here, but nothing is really going to matter competitive wise. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this no bullshit tutorial, hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.